the U.S. survives a game of runs to beat Canada and advance to the 2023 AmeriCup Championship. This game for sure wasn't the prettiest of games. There were foul trouble issues for both teams. There was a technical call. The U.S. was really getting killed in the third quarter. But with all of that happening, the U.S. still found a way to win. Now let's talk about this game. So the U.S. ended up winning 67-63. And in terms of player standouts, I really thought that Rickea Jackson was amazing. I would say that out of all the games throughout this tournament, this game was the best game that she has played. She finished with 11 points, and she was fairly efficient, going 5 of 8 from the field. And she also had 6 rebounds. And what really stood out for her was the timing of her shots. She was really hitting her shots in the perfect moments when the U.S. really needed a boost. One thing I really wanted to point out was a really awesome pass that Rickea Jackson gave to Lauren Betts. This was her lone assist of the game, but I thought it was a great assist. I wish there would have been a little bit more assisting from Rickea Jackson to Lauren Betts, but that one play was really good. Yeah, Rickea Jackson got in some foul trouble. She had 4 fouls, and she played really smart in the fourth quarter. I believe she played the entire fourth quarter, and she gave some great minutes for the U.S., making sure that she didn't get that 5th foul. So very good job to Rickea Jackson. Also, Lauren Betts had a very good game. Once again, Lauren Betts was really solid on defense, definitely in the first half, and she was also really efficient around the basket. Lauren Betts had 12 points in this game. She went 6 of 10 from the field, and finished with 4 rebounds and 3 blocks. And the thing about Lauren Betts is, yes, she's a very talented big, and I could see her doing very well this upcoming season. But if Lauren Betts just developed a little bit of a quicker response at the rim, as well as developed like a moderate jump shot, I think Lauren Betts would be unstoppable in the college game. Yes, she's very good right now, playing against, former pros and current pros, also some college players in AmeriCup. She's playing against very talented players in AmeriCup. But if she got a little bit faster, because there were some times where she was trying to make her move, and then she got, either the ball stripped or got a jump ball called on her, because, the other player would wrap up the ball because she was just a little bit too slow in terms of her movements. If she could get a little bit faster and a jump shot, honestly, Lauren Betts would be number 1 in all WNBA, draft projections when she becomes a senior. Lauren Betts is a very talented player, and Lauren Betts actually reminds me quite a bit of Stephanie Dolson. She's of course taller than Stephanie Dolson, but like the way she runs is, to me, very reminiscent of Stephanie Dolson. But anyway, if she can get some more moves, she's a guaranteed first round draft pick and like number 1 pick. She kind of has it all right now. She is a great defender. She's unstoppable at the rim. Just a little bit more quickness and a little bit of a jump shot, she'd be phenomenal. And so, yeah, I really hope that she develops that, because Lauren Betts she's a good player. She's a very good player. And I can't wait to see how she continues to grow. Janaya Barker, I really like the minutes that she had in this game, and what she brought to the team. She brought some energy, she brought smart passes, and overall solid play. She was in foul trouble throughout this game as well. I believe she had 4 fouls in this game. Angel Reese was okay. She ended up finishing with 10 points, 13 rebounds, shooting 36% from the field. And I think 4 of her rebounds were from her own shots. And Angel Reese seems to be one of the rare players that I know of that has really perfected the way of missing a shot. She misses shots in like the perfect place so that she can get a rebound and take it back up. I don't think she's doing it to stat pad her rebounds at all. I think she goes up seeming like she knows that she's gonna miss the shot, but she misses it in a certain way where it hits the rim at a certain angle so she can get in position to get that rebound and get it back up. This is something I've been noticing for Angel Reese this whole past season in the NCAA as well as the tournament and also during this AmeriCup tournament. Is this something that you all are seeing as well? Am I just noticing something that doesn't exist? It feels like this is something that she's really perfected. Not saying she's stat padding at all. I think if you're gonna miss, at least miss in a way that you can possibly get a rebound. And that's something that she has for sure perfected, really. I thought Raven Johnson was okay as well in this game. She missed all of her jumpers and her 3-point shots, though she did get 2 really tough looks at the rim that she finished on. I thought those were really good. And I think those are some of the instances where Raven Johnson is at her best, when she's able to get to the rim. Her jumper is just not there. Not really, especially consistently. And I think, this upcoming season and whatnot, I think Raven Johnson getting to the basket is really going to be Raven Johnson at her best. And she finished with 4 points in this game. She was 2 of 7 from the field, and she had 3 rebounds and 3 assists. And 0 turnovers, I might add. So very good in terms of like handling the ball. I would say a problematic stat for the U.S. was that they only had 10 assists for this game. While this is better than 4 assists that they had, I believe in their first matchup against Brazil, they had 15 turnovers in this game. So you're still at a deficit. 10 assists, 15 rebounds. You're -5. Like, that's still a problem that the U.S. needs to figure out. And now let's switch gears to talk about Canada real quick. So I think Canada, the reason why they lost is ultimately because their bench failed to give any meaningful minutes. Take a look at the box score for Canada. Their bench really did nothing throughout most of the game. They only had a total of 4 bench points. Aaliyah Edwards was very, very solid. The more I see her play, the more I just can't wait to see her play next season with UConn. Aaliyah Edwards is just a very, very talented player. And she held her own today and had a very, very, very solid game. Kayla Alexander is also another player that really stood out for me for Canada. And during this game, I found myself wondering, like, wow, I wonder, has she ever played in the WNBA? She's very good. She could play in the WNBA. And it turns out that she did play in the WNBA. Kayla was actually drafted number 8 in the 2013 WNBA draft by the San Antonio Silver Stars, now the Las Vegas Aces. Her last game in the WNBA was in 2020 when she played for the Minnesota Lynx. And then she bounced out of the league after that. Now she plays overseas. All right, back to talking about this game. All in all, I would say that this was a rough game for Canada and a okay game for the United States. Canada goes on to play the 3rd place game against Arella Garantes in Puerto Rico. And the U.S. goes on to the championship game to play against Camila Cardoso, Demiris Dantas, and the Brazilian national team, a team that beat them already, to try to win a championship, to win the U.S.'s 3rd championship in a row. We will see what happens. As you know, Brazil beat the United States already. If you want to watch a recap to that game, you can just click right up here to watch that. That was a rough game. And I think the U.S. has played a bit better since that game. But here's kind of what I think that the U.S. has to do in order to have a chance at winning this game against Brazil. I think that Coach Etheridge really needs to tell the US to stop shooting threes. Because the US has not been very good with threes this entire tournament. We don't really have 3-point shooters on our team. Yes, we have people that can sometimes shoot a three, but like for the most part, everybody's been terrible from three and even long two this entire tournament. And so I think what the US needs to do is every single possession down the court, look inside to try to make a play with Angel Reese, Lauren Betts, and Janaya Barker. These three players are the key factors to beat Brazil. Yes, Brazil has a great inside game, but the US has to also have a great inside game because their outside game doesn't work. It's shown generally that it's not going to work for you. And so instead of jacking up shots, hoping to make it, play inside out. Either you're going to get, Angel Reese, Lauren Betts, or Janaya Barker to score, or you're going to get fouled, or you're going to have them pass back out and try to get a slightly better quality jump shot. And so I think that really is the key. The US has a chance of winning this game against Brazil if they make it an inside out game. If they don't, then we'll have a game like the first game against Brazil where the US has like 4 assists and a ton of turnovers and they just play terrible and they miss a ton of shots. It really is an inside outside game for the United States. That is the recipe for success, at least according to me, but we will see what happens. If the US does not play an inside out game, I think they lose this game. But you never know. I will for sure be watching. The US plays Brazil tonight for the championship. All right, people, that is the video. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what you all thought about the game of the US versus Canada. What are your predictions for the game tonight, the US versus Brazil? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video before you go. Until next time, guys. Bye.